I'm sharing my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, Pawan.
Okay, great. So today we'll start with IBP response. Okay, just a brief introduction. This IBP response has been introduced as an order-based planning, which is the replication of CTM planning, which was there in APO. So here, the same thing, the same rules and same logic is there for order-based planning as well. It is for generating your production plan based on your existing sales order, supply, demand, and your all the production orders, purchase requisitions, everything will be considered while planning for the orders which we have in IBP. Okay, but to perform the planning, we need to integrate this IBP response with our external systems, which can be your ECC or S4 HANA, which is the main part, which is the most important part in the IBP response, because once we get the data in IBP planning, we can do a lot of stuff. But if the data is not right, if it is not integrated properly, we can't do anything. Also, just to make you clear, whatever. So like in supply and demand, we have seen that we have changed a lot of master data there only, right? For the simulation purpose, anything. But for response, we can't do anything. We can't change any product location, or we can't create any product location in response. We have to integrate it with your response planning area. Okay. So there are certain algorithms available based on the we can write some rules. We can write in those rules we can put some conditions like which kind of sales orders to be considered, or what kind of sorting we wanted to perform, right? And as a part of supply, it will consider all your, or in terms of constraints, it will consider all your resource capacity, your safety stock targets, right? So all the supplier constraints, it will consider all your operational data as well in terms of the production orders. So the main reason to use your IBP response is to react to your any short-term changes in your demand, right? Any sales orders, any urgent sales orders coming in from your priority customers, you have to plan, you wanted to plan that first, right? So that kind of response or reacting to those fluctuation in demand, you can do while using this response module. Okay. And whenever we integrate the with the external system, so we use this open API, which will be help used to perform the your connection with your SAP system. So these are the features which are there with the IBP response. You can write rules to perform your demand prioritization. You can perform your product allocation. You can perform the forecast consumption. You can perform the gating factor analysis. So gating factor means, let's say if any planning is happening and we wanted to perform the analysis if there is any delay in your planning, or any drop in your demand drop is happening. So in APO, we have to perform that analysis manually, right? We have to check lot of data, and we have to come to a conclusion. There is no ready to available feature was there in APO which will show you, okay, this is the reason. We have to conclude as a consultant, we have to conclude that part, okay, capacity is not there, or your master data is not there. But with this gating factor, which is your one of the strongest part of response, it will highlight right away, and it will show you why the planning is not happening. Okay, so there are some 8 to 9 reasons are there which are called as gating factor type, and so these gating factors means let's say resource capacity is not available, or your supplier constraint is there, or your lead time is there, or your master data is not properly maintained. So it will highlight those reasons, and we can straight away like shortlist, okay, that is the reason why it is not happening. So as a end user also, that person, business user, can directly go into this view this gating factor apps and see, okay, what is the exact reason why certain sales orders are not confirmed on like on date, or why it is getting delayed. Okay, so that is the gating factor analysis. Also we can create simulation. So simulation means we can add, let's say, as a planner, I wanted to see if any sudden demand is there. I wanted to see I'll be able to fulfill that or not, right? So I can create those simulate sales order. We can add a dummy sales order, and we can see will I be able to fulfill that demand or not. So that feature is also available. So, and also of course we can do the deployment run as well. So for all these different features we have a dedicated app. Okay, so it's not like, so in APO we had all the transaction codes, right? But here we have all the apps dedicated for each and every features over here. I'll show you one by one while we are taking a response run. Now, whenever we set the order-based planning, we have to perform certain activities in IBP. We have to set the order-based planning. So there is a different app for it. We have to integrate our master data, transaction data, and this configuration data from external system. We have to set up, let's say I wanted to use the forecast consumption. We have to set up the profile for that. If any product allocation we wanted to define, that for that we have to set up the profile for product allocation. This is a system architecture, how the integration happen between your source system and in your IBP system. So you can see for your time series data, we have a separate integration which is called your cloud platform integration. Okay, so for that we have a CPI agent over here. Now if you notice over here on the IBP side, we have all those time series related modules are integrated only with CPI, but for response we need SDI. Okay, so for SDI we have to install the agent both on your ECC side, which like source system, your ECC or S4HANA, or on your IBP side. Okay, so those agents will help us to perform the connection. First of all, we have to create the connection between these two systems. Whenever this integration happen, or whenever this connection we require to do, once the connection is happen, the data will flow from your IBP, your ECC to IBP. Okay, now what kind of data we can transform? Your master data, transaction data. So in terms of transaction data, we can transfer your plan orders, purchase equations, stock transfers, your sales orders. Okay, all these data we can transform it to your IBP, and whatever planning is happening, we can just transfer those supply elements to our ECC system again. Okay, now one thing to notice, one more thing, like whenever a supply this response connection is made while installing those agents on both the side, the staging area get created in your ECC side. Okay, so how the data will flow, just to see a simplification purpose, I have created this a simple slide over here. So whenever a ECC say data, this staging area got created, we have so lot or whatever data we have created or available in our ECC, those are in ECC specific tables, right? Your MARA, MARC, all data will have, all tables will have your specific data. Now out of those data, whatever we need to transfer in IBP, we have to transfer the data in staging area. Okay, once the data is there in staging area, which is, so in staging area we have dedicated tables for all types of data, your material master, your transactional data, right, and your PDS data. So all those data we have a specific staging area, staging table available. Then So these are two steps. First step, the data should be available in staging area. The second step is through SDI, your data from staging area will get transferred to IBP. Okay. So when SAP says that the integration between using the SDI is a near real-time integration, it means that your staging area will get updated whenever any new data or any changes happen in your master data or transaction data on ECC side. But to transfer that staging area data to IBP, we have to schedule a inbound job. Okay. Through that inbound job, whatever data was there in staging area, we can pull it in IBP. Okay. So this is the meaning of near real-time data integration. It's not like SIF. In SIF, whenever you change anything, automatically the change pointers happen and you will get to see the data in APU, right? But in IBP, your staging area will get updated on real-time basis. But to send that changes or new data in IBP, you have to schedule one inbound job in IBP side. Okay. Any questions so far?
So what's the frequency of that job like? Is it?
You can schedule it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll cover that part in IBP, how to schedule that.
So this staging area data is for both transactional and master data?
Yes. Master data, transaction data, everything.
But why staging table? Anyway, I think that is by design.
Yeah.
But transactional data should be real time, not near real time.
I think like they have given this control because maybe in IBP side you you want to have that control when your planning is done.
Okay.
But I agree with that. It should be real time like that. It was there in our APO side. It should be there. Maybe like in near future they may introduce that part. But as of now, the design is like that.
Okay.
So can you set up staging area in the current ECC?
Yeah, we have set up. So that staging area and that everything, whenever we install those agents, that staging area, we got the staging area on that side, ECC side. So I'll show you the staging tables and everything and how to transfer. So I'll show you that in those screen, I'll show you. Okay. So on the IBP side or on ECC side, what all things we have to do while perform that the connection. Okay. So on IBP side, there is an app called Configure Remote Sources, SDI app. Okay. And there we have the connection. So in that connection, we need to give all those your server details or every the login details. And there we can, just like APO, we can test that server is connected or not. On ECC side, we have to same thing. We have to define our logical system. We have to create the connection. The new thing which is there, this activate business transaction events. So these business transaction events enables us to transfer any new changes or any any new data or any changes in your data automatically to your staging tables. Okay. So this is the activity which will highlight or which will enable all your automatic data transfer to your staging tables. Once it is there in staging tables, you will get to you can transfer that data on your IBP side. Okay. Now, once we get all those staging tables updated on IBP side, we have to go to this application job app, and there we have to use this new job where there are two jobs are there. One is for inbound, the second one is for outbound. So inbound means we can pull the data from your staging area to IBP. Okay. So whenever we run this inbound job, it will just copy your whatever data is there in your staging area to IBP. Okay, we can't do any manipulation over there. Okay, what if we wanted to do any, like in terms of any manipulation or updation of your master data or transactional data, that we can do between your ECC and staging area. Okay, so for that we have dedicated bodies available that we can utilize to perform any customization. Okay, now so in staging area we have, so all those tables, we have a lot of custom attributes are also available. So if you wanted to add any additional information with your master data or transaction data, that those custom attributes we can use to transfer those data. Those are the part of your staging area already available. Okay, the limitation is for all your master data or transaction data, the maximum custom attributes which you can add is limited to 10. Okay, so I'll show you how that custom attributes looks like. Those columns are there, but the main thing to remember over here is the limitation of custom attribute is limited to 10 only, for material master, for your location master, for your sales order, all everything. Okay, so once we create this data integration job, we can schedule it, and we can based on your frequency, we can schedule it, or you can run it right away as well. Okay. Now, when the data get transferred to your IBP, okay. So in IBP web UI itself, there are certain apps available to see all those data. So these are the list of all apps: view location, material, resources, T-lanes, your suppliers, your PDS data, your customer data. All those data you can right away see in your IBP apps itself. You don't need to go to your Excel UI and take a dump of it. You can directly see over here. Now let me show you the in the IBP system where we have all these apps and settings available. So here we have this order-based planning configuration section is there. So first step is to perform this planning area. So here you can see, so here in this settings, we can assign which planning area will be using for response planning. Okay. So one thing to notice, only one planning area at a time can be assigned for your response planning. Okay, let's say if I have 4 to 5 other planning areas available, then the list will be there, but whatever is planning area is assigned, that will be shown as operative planning area over here. Okay, when we perform that setting, we have to perform all those attributes, like for material, which will be your attributes used, for location, okay, for your all other customers related data, which attributes will be used, and we can perform version specific settings as well, which key figure to be used for safety stock planning or target safety stock, right? And apart from that, the main thing over here is we can add one planning area at a time for the response planning. Okay, once apart from this, the connection which we have to maintain is done in this configure remote sources app. So here, so for example, this connection is maintained as of now. So we have to give all those connection details over here. And once we have done this connection, we can test it if it is maintained or not. So here it will show us it is properly connected to our system or not. Through this we can verify our like the connection is there between your IBP and ECC or not.
So first time when we log on there, it will give an option to create connection over
Yes. We can connect it to multiple system as well. But at a time, it will take only one. So we can add more systems over here. Yeah. So once this connection is there, you can use application job and run an inbound job over here. This inbound and outbound. So
how will this job pick up the data? Like normally we have variants and stuff in
yes, so here there is no variant kind of stuff, but here first of all we can define the reoccurrence. Okay. And here from which source I wanted to get the data. And so these are the open API versions. So every now and then SAP is releasing those IBP versions. These API versions are also get updated. So you can see with each and every version there are two kind of options available here: full or trans. Okay, full means you will get your data, all your master data and transaction data. Trans means you will get only transaction data. Okay, now there is no control over here which which material location or which type of master data you wanted to pull from your staging area. It will just copy from your staging area whatever is available and paste it over here. Okay, but the only control is if you wanted to pull only transaction data or your both master data and transaction data. That is the only option available over here.
Is it full refresh always, or it can update delta?
Sorry?
Is it full refresh always, or it can update by delta mode?
Yeah, so it is by default it is delta mode only. Okay, if you wanted to replace your existing data and then you wanted to copy paste it, then you have to use this option, erase previous integrated data. So what this option will do is it will wipe out your existing data and then copy from your staging area. Okay. But so initially we can do, but if you are in live environment, main important thing is avoid this part. Otherwise, like your existing data if get wipes out, so it may disturb your whatever planning is there as of now. Okay, so initially it's okay, or in test system it's okay, but in production better to avoid this part. Better to get your updated data.
Okay.
So once you get that part, then there are apps available to see all your data in different apps. So those apps are available. So here we can see view, location, material, everything over here. Let's say I wanted to see the material. So everywhere you can see this base version, by default whatever is like activated, it will be assigned over here. Okay, so we have all those planning available over, master data available over here. So you can see So all the master data, you have 10 custom attributes available over here. Okay. So whatever, if you wanted to send some additional information, then we can use. I'll show you like for one for sales order we have done some customization that I'll show you. Apart from this, in material master, I don't think we are sending as of now any custom thing, but in sales order we are sending. That I'll show you while performing. So these are the apps generally we use.
Pawan, can you show me that base version activation once again? The very first step. How we activate that base version?
Activate means I didn't get you. Activate.
The first step, like that base planning area.
Okay. How to set it, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a second. Yeah, this one. This one you're saying, right?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
So here, how you assign this Z7 response?
So here you will be having a lot of other planning areas available. So you can just click it and that will be assigned over here.
Okay.
Right now it is showing it is only one, but let's say if you are 2 or 3, so that list will show and you can just select it and that will be assigned as a operative planning area.
Only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means whenever your data get transferred from your ECC to IBP, that data will comes to this planning area only.
Yeah.
And all these are only response planning areas, right?
Yes. Only response planning area. This is for order based planning. So all the response.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Why you think that one company will have? Why you think multiple planning areas will have for one company?
No, there can be some other business, right? In a group,
it can be other businesses and
okay. Business, other geography, right?
Yeah, right.
We can use the unified planning area for response also.
Sorry?
We can use the unified planning area.
Unified is your time series data.
So for response, we need to use only SAP 7 then.
Yes. So in my current project also, we are using unified planning area for our demand planning. And from then after demand planning happens, we are releasing that forecast to response for your further planning supply.
And we are having SAP 7.4, right?
Yeah. So two that I'll will come. Yeah. So there are two planning areas available for order based. One is only for order based. The other one, if we wanted to perform response and supply in one planning area, so that is called as SAP 74. So initially I told you, right, initially response and supply were different. So at that time SAP 7 was introduced, but later on when both were clubbed, response and supply, then SAP 74 planning area was introduced where you can perform both your order based and time series based. So this planning area, which when it was created, it was created way back when only SAP 7 was there. Otherwise, it would have been better to create a SAP 74 planning area, because in that case we can perform order as time series based as well, right? If you wanted to switch from order to time series. Okay, so this is the IBP system. Now on the ECC system side, which is the important one. Yeah, so these are the master data related table. Okay, on the staging area side for location, material, your resources, your transportation lane, your PDS, okay, your routing, your BOM. These are for your transaction data, your stock data, your sales order data. These are for your configuration data or your customer classification priorities, product like sales organization, everything.
This change table, like we can see.
Yes, I'll show you. I'll show you. Once we get into the EC system, I'll show you each and everything. And these are the bodies available which we can use. So out of these bodies, we have used this PDS one and save order stock and modify. Yeah, these two we have used. So these BAPIs you can perform all your like changes in your master data or transactional data. And these are the transaction code which we used on the ECC side to perform your initial load. Okay. So for example, I wanted to transfer your material, your location, your PDS, your transportation lane, your transaction data. Okay. You wanted to delete it. Then you have all those delete related transaction codes as well. So I'll open this transaction code and show you how to perform that initial load and what kind of control we have in terms of deleting and modifying the data. Let me open the ECC system. Yeah. So this is the data to integrate your material. Okay. This is the screen, this transaction code, this MET one. ECC underscore MET. So through that we can integrate your material. Okay.
Are we in ECC?
Yeah, we are in ECC. This is 750 UI. That is why it is looking like that. So once we have your so we can perform your integration, initial integration for this material and plant, or if you wanted to perform for any specific material plant, we can put the filter. Otherwise, it will perform for all the materials. Okay.
But you said everything will be there in staging area automatically. Why?
Automatically, yeah. I'm saying in terms of initial load.
Initially, we have to send each and every object, then it stays there automatically.
Correct. And what we have noticed is in this week only we have noticed that business transaction events were enabled, so automatically it was transferring all the data, but I don't know why for some sales order it was not doing. They were pretty old, around 6 months back sales order, so they were not integrated. Okay, so that we have noticed. So we'll observe why it is not doing, because it should not be, because they were first of all old data. It should have been integrated. uh, Ideally, if it is not integrating, it should be new one, right? Whenever new sales order is created for that data, if it is showing it is not getting integrated, then we have a reason that for new data it is not doing. But if it is old data, we have observed that for some for the same material, like recent sales orders were there, but old sales order were not get pushed. So that is where like these screens help us to perform the initial load. So we thought we'll observe that part, and then we'll raise it with SAP. So a lot of response related issues we are taking with SAP if it is not performing as per the settings.
So initially in the beginning of the project, we will do this manually.
Yes. Yeah.
And after that will be delta refresh in that table.
Correct.
So if anything missed in the initial transfer, it won't go again.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so this is for material. Let me open for PDS. So same normal screens are there, just like we have in SIF. These are SIF kind of screens.
So Pawan, this will be available for normal ECC, which is available 6.0
No.
and all?
No. For that you have to first of all install that agents and for the connection. And the second thing is you have to install an add-on for IBP. That will be done by your basis team.
So whatever existing ECC is there, directly we cannot use it, correct?
No. You can't use it. You have to install those add-ons. Then only it will be available.
Oh, okay.
At IBP, automatically it will show in your menu that IBP related things.
Okay.
So this is for the master data. For transaction data, we can send like purchase order, stock, plan order, production orders. These are the screens for that.
Can you go to SAP menu?
SAP menu.
Open another screen.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the initial home screen. Yeah, click that. Yeah, now you are in the user menu. Go to the SAP menu. Go on to the top. Yeah, click that.
So
Now
here
I want to see where is IBP.
Yeah, it will show IBP. Let me show you.
It might be in central function. Central function.
Bottom.
Down, last one. Yeah. Then.
Let me search it.
Okay, search the transaction code.
A supply chain planning interface.
Yeah, supply chain planning.
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah.
Yeah, IBP.
Yeah, that one.
You have these IBP related options.
You can go to extra and you can see the transaction code.
Yeah. So these transaction codes are same thing, which I have shown you over the list. So if I open anything, so this one, right? Source of supply. So this is the same screen.
Okay.
Hey, how about the loading the new material data? Material master. Let's say you loaded 5,
Yes.
then I created another one.
So that
Then I
is,
have to do same thing here.
so that is what I told you, right? So initial load it is like that, but once you have this business transaction event, like whenever let's say you are in your production system, right? So in that production system, you may not integrate or activate initially those business transactions, because then automatically all your data flow will start. So at that point of time, you may want to like for your some simulation purpose or for testing purpose, you may wanted to transfer some specific material and location, right? So for that purpose, you can use that scheme. Once that business transaction event get updated, that will flow, all your data will get flown to your transfer to your staging area. So in that purpose, you can use these particular schemes to transfer the data. Okay, so let me open.
Is there any job in ECC which updates this table, or
No, I told you, no, that is automatic.
automatic? Okay.
So all your IBP related tables are here. So these are all your tables, staging area. Okay, so let me open a sales order related. So these are the sales order related data. You can see for sales order also we have some custom attributes. So here, let's see where it is. Yeah. These are the custom attributes we are using for sales orders. Okay. So what customization we have done is in sales order also we have different types of order types. Okay. For example, for retailing or for stock, right? So the requirement for us was to write the rules to give the priority to your retail orders first. So in that case, we have assigned different codes to your sales orders based on your what kind of order type it is. Okay, for example, it is showing M18. So M18 is some stock transfer. Check for other. Let's see if we have. Showing M18.
No, go to previous screen. If you can close and
So these are different types of attributes we have assigned to different types of sales orders. Okay, and that this staging area, whatever data is there in this staging table, whenever we run this inbound job, that inbound job will pull the data from the staging area into IBP. Okay, so this is for sales orders. For material also we have some certain staging tables. So these are all your product location combination we have. So in view material location app, which we have seen in that IBP side. So that is the replicate of these tables. Okay, so this was the ECC thing. So once we have this data get transferred to your IBP side, then we can perform certain settings for what kind of planning or what kind of priorities we wanted to perform. Okay, so for example, this forecast consumption profile, we can create a forecast consumption profile and we can assign, okay, which key figure to be used for your forecast consumption, and what will be the periodicity of your forecast consumption. Okay. So let me open where we can do that. So this is the app for forecast consumption profile. This is the app for forecast consumption. So here you can create your own this profile. Okay, which level you wanted to perform this forecast consumption and what will be the periodicity. So one limitation which you have found out with this forecast consumption, so that limitation is in APO we had that control over what kind of consumption you wanted to perform, right? The backward consumption or your forward consumption, right? But in this forecast consumption for this order based planning, whatever periodicity we have defined, only in that periodicity that consumption will happen. Okay, so for example, your if I have given the periodicity for daily, so that means whatever sales order and forecast, if they are on the same day, that consumption will happen, otherwise it will not. Similarly, if I give the consumption this periodicity for week, whatever sales order and forecast are on the same week, only that orders will get consumed. So this we have raised with SAP. Like this option is not there if we can achieve that forward and backward consumption. is there any other way? So SAP, we got the reply from SAP that they are planning. So currently in current version, it is not there. They are planning to release in 1905. So we are just waiting for that update to happen so that we can use it. As of now, we have communicated to business like this consumption can't happen as of now.
So where to set all those rules, forward, backward?
So it is not there. That's what I said. It is not there as of now.
So how it will do right now?
So right now we are not doing it.
So no forecast consumption can happen now?
So as of now, whenever they are on the same day, then only the consumption is happening.
So this is the maximum setting you can do at the current moment, the screen you showed. That's it.
Yeah. Yes. This is the maximum setting. Yeah.
This is the big bottleneck.
Yeah, this is the big bottleneck as of now. In response, they are very restricted in terms of like what we can do in IBP.
So really we cannot use this response.
Some are using, some of them are not. So by this year end, we should get a very good update.
Yeah, the product itself is not yet matured.
Yes.
That's why clients are using only SNOP and.
Yeah, SNOP is the
selling up.
The selling point of IBP. That's it.
So and only SNOP, and what else is second priority is demand?
Demand, yeah. SNOP and demand. Supply, heuristic and optimizers are also good. But response is not that at that level, which like if any existing client is using APO, they can't replace it, that APO with IBP response. If it's a new client, then it's okay, like they can start using some features of response, and in future they will get the more complicated features available. Okay. So this was the forecast consumption profile. Similarly, you can create your product allocation profiles as well in this product allocation profiles app. Okay. Oh, yeah. So right now we are not using product allocation for this client, but let me show some.
Can you explain what is this concept? Is it same as GATP?
Yes, it is kind of a GATP where if you wanted to allocate certain quantity to any customer, specific customer, then we can assign that allocation quantity to that customer from here. So for that we have to perform those settings.
This ATP check and stuff, when will that happen? How does that happen in here?
So ATP check is basic ATP check we can perform, not the advanced ATP one. The product substitution and the location substitution, that we can't do over here. That is all transferred to your
ATP anyway.
That is all transferred to your S4HANA.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this product allocation also nothing is there in right now.
So right now this in this system it is not there. Let me open some other system. Just a second. Yeah. So here we have this product allocation related setting. We can create our own profile and we can give the planning level for which that this product allocation can happen. So this is the setting we can perform for product allocation. Now the main important part is this rules, the sequencing, which is we can write in our IBP. Okay. So to perform that prioritization, we have this app called Rules for Demand Prioritization app, where we can write a rule, and in those rules we can give what kind of priority we wanted to give for like any specific like what kind of demand we wanted to consider, and for any specific client, any specific customer. Okay, so in those rules we can write, so just like in CTM we have that sorting profile, just like that we can create different segments over here. Okay, so in those segments we can assign, okay, we can write those specific condition for which kind of, let's say the sales order I wanted to prioritize first, I can write that condition for sales order, then for the forecast. Okay, so as I told you, we have performed the transformation of in sales order. Also within sales order we have different types of order types, right? So that condition also we can write. Okay, in that custom attribute we have assigned different codes, so that custom attribute condition I can directly use in that rule, and I can write it. Okay, sales, okay, consider the sales order first, and then in that sales order consider this particular order type for your first priority, then second, then third, then fourth. So this sequence we can write by creating this segment condition over here. I'll open the tab and show you that as well. Once you have created these rules, okay, we can use that rule to test how that demand is getting prioritized by using a different app which is called as view demands by priority. Okay, so we can open this app and we can assign the rule which we wanted to run, and according to that rule that prioritization will happen, and we can see, okay, whatever condition we have put, it is following that or not.
Yeah, so many apps to remember.
No. So initially it looks like that, but once you get used to it, you know how to use those apps. But these apps are very helpful. Let me tell you, because when we taken the response run uh, for end user also, they don't have to go to Excel UI and perform that analysis manually. Everything is there. You can just open those app and perform. Okay, the sales order, the confirmation has happened or not. So the UI is good. Okay, so in those segments you can perform the sorting as well, in terms of uh, for sales order also you wanted to perform that FIFO logic. Okay, so that sorting also you can perform. You can put the condition. So condition means the rules which I was saying. The pegging strategy means the dynamic pegging or fixed pegging you wanted to perform. That also you can add. Okay, so let me open a app over here. Go to home page. Rules for demand prioritization.
Why it is put under account planner? What is the account instead of order-based planning?
Refresh it. Yeah. Okay.
But you can drag and drop to wherever you
Yes.
want. Right?
Yes. That is there.
So all these apps are the IBP, they're all in memory, right?
Yeah.
In cloud.
You
You
will
know,
go to
don't mind who is host of this application?
sorry, who?
Who is the host of your application in your company? For example, um, Amazon or Microsoft.
Okay, you're saying which server it
Cloud.
is?
It's cloud. This is all cloud based, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think it's on this AWS only.
Amazon. Okay. Yeah, I see. Very slow. I don't know why it's loading.
Yeah. So it got loaded. So there are different rules we can create. Okay. So these are kind of a sorting profiles. In that sorting profile, I can write different segments or different sequence. So these are the different sequence under this rule. So in each sequence, we can give what kind of condition I wanted to put. Okay. So here I can put. So these are the condition I have put over here. Okay. So MRP type equal to VC means your sales order. Okay. For forecast it is PR. For sales order it is VC. Now for custom attribute which we have created, you can put the condition over here. Also the document type also, certain document type. This is the bad part over here. It is not. Okay, let me copy paste it.
So is the format how we have to write it, like a...
Yeah, that I'll show you how to do that. But let's understand this condition. So this is MRP type is equals to VC, means is your sales order. Customer attribute, whatever attribute I wanted to prioritize it first, and also some other document type, some other condition. Now how to come at these different condition over here. Let me try. So whenever you press space, you will see all those attributes available over here, which you can use. Okay. So right now this MRP type we are using. So you can just select it. If you press again, space again is equal to, then you can put your condition. Okay. Similarly, when you press again and the custom attribute which we are using. Same thing, you can just write the condition. Like this, you can write your condition over here. Okay. This pegging strategy means your dynamic pegging or your fixed pegging that you can do. Generally, we use the fixed pegging so that it will show a stable output. Now this sorting. So this sorting means in terms of FIFO logic, as of now requested date. So all the sales orders with the same condition, the let's say custom attribute with M10. Okay. Out of those, all the sales orders we wanted to sequences based on whichever sales order created first, that should be planned. So for that we have used that requested date. You can use lot of other options also while performing your sorting. With customers also you can sort, or with your location also you can sort, or material also you can sort. But the basic logic which we generally use is FIFO logic, where we have used this requested date while creating this rule.
Is there any way to check whether we written the condition right or wrong? Like, might be a very complicated condition. How do we check? Only in the test system?
No. So for that app is there, right? I'll open that. We can run this rule and we can see it is performing as per our condition or not.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So initially we create all those rules for example, this is for M10, M9, M18. Now after that, let's say for some sales orders are there, but still there's some condition is not defined. So that to capture that particular demand, we can write certain other condition as well. Now after all your sales orders are captured, then we have defined the settings for this forecast. So forecast means your PR. For sales order it was VC, for forecast it is PR. So once you have written all these rules, if you want to, let's say, sequence in some other way, you can use these arrow buttons, up, down, up, down. After you have defined those rules, you can define multiple rules over here. You can
So
run
how does this arrows function, like one after one another?
Let me show you. So once you click on this up, it will move that particular entry to second level.
Okay. So at the moment, the first will be executed first, then the second.
Yeah. This sequence is defined like this.
Okay.
You can rearrange that sequence by using this up arrow.
Oh.
Okay. So once you are there, then you can go to this demand priority. View demands by priority. Okay. So here you can select whatever rules you have created. Okay. And here it will show all your so here it will show you all those sequence which we have created. So the priority which we have given, the segment name, this is your sales order type, this is your number, sales order number, material location, your customers is confirmed or not. Okay, delayed confirmation, you can see from here. So some more information you can add by selecting these columns. So for example, this custom attribute for which we have written this condition, the requested date. Okay, so you can see there are.
Is it triggering any job in the background or just some?
So it is running this rule which we have assigned over here.
Okay.
Okay, you were asking that how to check if you have written a correct rule or not. So you can check.
Okay.
So all your sales orders, all your forecast are on the end. So the sequence is like this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how we create a rule. Yeah. So overall, when we perform this response planning, if we summarize all these steps, we have to collect all your data should be there in a staging table. You have to run this inbound job. You have to take a response run. Okay. How to take a response, and that also I'll show you. Then whenever you create a response, this response runs is done, then you can send it back your plan orders to your EC system again. And this EC system, so in EC system means this outbound job will get updated to your staging area. From staging area, your planning results will be used in your ECC. Okay, so staging area is the main intermediate where all your data will be stored or will get changed or manipulated. Okay, now as I told you, there are two planning areas for order based. One is the SAP 7. So these are the standard planning area provided by your SAP. For SAP 7, you can perform only order based planning. That means all your sales orders. For your SAP 74, you can perform your both order based and time series based supply planning. Okay, so if you are performing your response, good thing, like important thing is create a copy of SAP 74 only, because then in future you can perform your time series based supply planning as well. These are the different planning engines available in order based planning. One is the constraint forecast run. So constraint forecast run will consider only your forecast demands and your safety stock, your fixed demands, your receipts, everything. Okay, give you a constraint forecast, like based on your different capacity constraints, supply constraints available. Okay. The constraint forecast and using optimizer. So here you can perform your optimization as well. Just like in your supply, the time series based supply optimizer was there. In order based also they have introduced this optimization as well. Okay, so it's like a combination of your CTM and optimizer in a single run. So you can give prioritization as well as cost also. You can include all your transportation cost, production cost. So optimizer will balance will try to minimize your overall cost and generate maximum profit. Okay. So you can perform optimization in order based planning as well by using this planning engine. The other option is to get a confirmation run. So when you use confirmation run, it will perform all your sales order, your forecast, everything, or your demand receipts, everything. It will consider, perform safety stock planning as well, and give you a order confirmation. Okay. Based on that, we can perform the gating factor analysis, where we can see. So just to remember one thing, this gating factor analysis is only for sales order, not your forecast. Okay, which is logical as well, because sales order, for the sales order only we get the confirmations, right? So in this, so for gating factor there's a separate app, and you can directly go there and you can perform your if there is any at all issue with your confirmation, you can see over there in gating factor. Okay, so that I'll show you when we run a response and end-to-end sales order, forecast, everything. Now the other app is for deployment run. Okay, so in this deployment run, we can perform this deployment planning. Okay, so it will just distribute your available supply against demand. Okay, so it will consider all your sales order, all your customer demands, all your production orders, everything, and perform your deployment run. Okay, so this is the screen where we have all those runs templates available. What kind of run I wanted to perform: confirmation run, constraint forecast run, optimizer run, deployment run. That how to take a run, that I'll show you. In application jobs. when you write order based over here. Okay, so here you can take this confirmation run, forecast run, optimizer run. Okay, so let's say if I select this confirmation run, I can schedule it. I can take a which version or where I want to take this run, for which material location I want to take a run, and which rule I wanted to use. I can use those rules while take a confirmation run, and job execution times from which horizon you wanted to start the execution. So you can start from today, tomorrow, current week, previous week, next week. You can perform all those options over here. So you have to select whenever you wanted to take a run. Now, whenever we take this response run, in WebView itself, we can see the output. So let's say the sales order confirmation we wanted to see, then we have different apps available for that. This view confirmation app. So here, let's say I wanted to see the confirmation of all my sales orders. So it will list all your sales orders. It is getting confirmed or not with green one. Red means it is not getting confirmed. Okay, so we can see on time quantity, delayed quantity, or unconfirmed quantity from here. And what is the reason? So these options which are available over there are your gating factors. Gating factor means nothing but your reason why it is not getting fulfilled. Okay, so I can just select that particular entry for which it is not happening. Go to order network. Yeah. So here it will highlight all those gating factor in a list. So it is showing problem in your supply chain model. That means it is showing no source of supply found. That means for this product, there is no source of supply. That means there is no PDS. So that also we can verify. We can go to this view PDS option. View production data structure. Add this material. And location. There is no PDS. Okay, that is why there is no planning happening. There is no confirmation happening for this product. So like this, the analysis can be faster, and we can directly point out, okay, for which product, if there at all there is an issue with it. If I just put the filter for this product, there might not be any confirmation for any other sales orders. Yeah, there is only one sales order as of now. So for this sales order, there is no confirmation. So I can add more information over here from here. Lot of other columns available. So this is some M18, some kind of retail orders for which this confirmation is not happening. That is how we generally use these apps. Similarly, there are more apps. So this view simulation, view confirmation, there are other apps as well, which is, let's say I wanted to see, so we have seen the sales order confirmation, the demand side. Now I wanted to see at the supply side. So supply side also there is an app which is called as analyze supply usage. So here it will show all your supplies, what all plan orders, production orders, stocks are there, and against which demand those are paid. So we can put all those filters, material, location, resource, what kind of supply type I wanted to see. Everything is available in a one screen. So this is the demand, this is the supply. It is pegged to which kind of demand, forecast, sales orders, that we can see directly over here. Now I wanted to see the resource usage, that also I can see. What plan orders are getting created against which resources. It will show the list, that as well. What was the resource consumption against which demand that plan order got created. Everything is available. So I can put the specific filter as well, which supply I wanted to see. Let's say stock. So all those stocks, just taking time to load. Now these are for production orders. So everything is readily available. Don't have to go to any Excel to perform the analysis. That is the best part. So I can select.
Can Uday Salvi go on mute, please?
Was there any disturbance?
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah, no issues. Yeah, I'll mute everyone. Yeah, not an issue. Okay. Yeah. So these are the, we can see all those options over here by using those filters. Like for any work center I wanted to see, I can put the filter over here. Now let's say I wanted to see the this production order in a much more detailed manner. I can use this analyze demand. So here, against which sales order that production order was assigned, or against which demand it was assigned, I can see much better, much detailed option. So just these are just for analysis purpose. I know a planner can't go for each and every line item, but we have this option available for the better analysis if any demand is getting delayed, any supply is getting delayed, when it is getting confirmed, because that is the that is the main objective of performing the order based flight. So this is the analyze supply usage. Let's say I wanted to see the projected stock. No need to perform any analysis. Go to this view projected stock directly. whatever material I wanted to see the stock.
Yeah, Pawan.
Yeah.
So in the next session, you are showing any response cycle or?
So these are the different apps available for performing the analysis. We haven't taken any run as of now.
Okay, so in the next session, you will upload all the master data and you will show
Yes. In next session, we'll take a end-to-end run. And just because I know these are a lot of apps, so we'll reuse those apps again in next session so that we have some kind of revision. So you will, right? So here,
that's why.
Yeah. So in this projected stock, you can see as on date what is the stock, and for that particular line item. So it is showing for all the plants for this product. I can just select any plant and I can see the details. The details are shown below. So here this is for stock. Let me open something. Everything is stock only. Let me open some other product. Yeah. So just for a illustration purpose, we can see this is the stock. As of now it is 0. What is the plan order? What was the sales order? Everything we can see in a single app over here. The different views to it. This was the line by line view. This is the kind of summarized view. What was the stock, receipts, requirements, in graphical view as well. So it will show everything. So this is the receipts. So everything, we have the information available by using this app. So as you have noticed, I haven't gone to the Excel UI now. Everything is readily available over here. Okay. So any question?
So how will the integration of the say suppose the customer supplier are both on non-ECC legacy system? How will we integrate them to our planning with IBP?
Yeah. So
for ECC, which is fine. How the other legacy system?
So legacy system also you have to integrate it by using those adapters. The agents you have to install on that non-legacy system. So that agents are provided with your IBP. That basis system will have all those agents.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to just download it from your the access given to you, and the
at the moment they are like interfaces, so they will be on that staging tables in those agents basically.
Mm-hmm. So you have to install all those agents and your add-ons. That basis team will perform that installation, and integration team will perform that mapping of your staging area. And if you wanted to add any custom things, custom information with your master data transactions.
Okay.
Pawan, do you have any document for this interfacing and ECC and IBP?
Everything is available on SAP IBP Help.
Oh, there only.
So it depends how you can. As a consultant, we can search everything. It
Oh,
depends.
okay.
You can go. I'll show you just one example. Everything is available. You just need to go over there. I think my internet connection is slow as of now. I think I've shown you where the webinars will be available, right?
Yeah.
So those are very helpful, and I think in next month there will be a new webinar. Just keep watching it. So here, this in application help, you have all your everything is available. Like for this order based, setting it is using multiple system, multiple external systems. So you have all those add-ons and everything is related. I'm using as ECC as of now. So in this application help, everything is available. How does integration work? Master data work, transaction data work. Everything is there. All information are there.
Okay, thank you.
Just need to search it. Like this has it. You don't have to go out of IBP help initially when like you're doing your initial setup. When you get into any advanced or custom thing, then you may need SAP help or some like expertise. But initially you can just try it off whatever information is there. So all this information like this database table, everything, table name is there, body name is there, everything is there. Okay. So any other question? Or we can close the session. We in next session we'll run the end-to-end response planning.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
thank you, Pawan.
Okay, then we'll continue next session. Then I'll upload those videos today or tomorrow. Okay. These
slides as well.
Yes. This slide as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Bye.